This segment is sponsored by the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency. Join us in preserving and protecting Tennessee's wildlife. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you can call us here at 737-7767. We'll be glad to take your phone calls and talk to you tonight. Till those calls start coming in, and the thing is, we talked about the Hunter Up here the last segment. What a great product. People are starting to understand now what we've been preaching for years, is that an accident can happen really quick.
It could to anybody.
And a lot of people, even with our hunter safety classes, we've tried to teach hunt with a partner, hunt with a buddy. If you can't hunt with a buddy, at least let your family know, hey, I'm going to be back here at 10 o'clock. At 10 o'clock. I'm going to be hunting in this area. And it also goes for fishermen. I'm going to be fishing in this area. I'm going to put the boat in at this ramp. The best information that you can give is all your information. You can still go do the hunting or the fishing, but you narrow down in case something happens. You narrow down. Well, they're not searching. It'd be bad if I was supposed to go to Percy's Priest, but I wound up going to Old Hickory, and then something happened, and they're all looking at Percy Priest. Yeah. Come on, you got to use a little common sense here. But we just wanted to tell you that, just to let you know that, you know, a lot of things that Brandon and I see coming into the show, we feel like that this hunter safety, or this Hunter Up, is probably one of the better ideas out there.
You know, one thing I'd add that would go along with the safety aspect of it, I was thinking about, you know, we do a lot of quota hunts. You know, I'm big on public land quota hunts and things. You know, you go to LBL, you go out there, somewhere like that, and you set your stand up on Thursday afternoon before the hunt starts in the morning. Well, then you're back at camp, you know. Well, somebody else liable to pull up, go down in there and start looking around. Well, if you got the ribbon, if that's already set there, I mean, you know, not even just the ribbon, but if the tree's marked, then while you're not there, they're going to walk in there and they're going to see that.
At least they know somebody else is
all right, well, there's going to be a guy here in the morning, so, you know, it can be helpful in that way too.
It sure can, and we want to make every hunt that we go out on, and like Philip was saying, you know, you may only get a couple of days in a week during the season to go hunting. Why waste it?
That's right.
Go. You know. Let's see what we got. We got cornbread. Cornbread. How can we help you tonight?
Hey, you remember me down here in Waverly?
I sure do, brother. You doing okay?
Yes, sir. Hey, I just thought I'd tell you the willow fly hatches are pretty strong here on Kentucky Lake, and they're catching a lot of catfish. And I thought you might want to know to pass the word around. This Saturday we're having a fishing tournament through my church called Compassion down at Pebble Isle to help raise money, help people get off drugs and alcohol. And it's called Hope Center Ministries. And blast-off box is going to be off around 5:45 if you guys want to come down. I think it's like $150 per boat. But all the money helps these guys and girls have a better life with God. And I just want to say, man, I hope to see you soon. And thanks for all you do, buddy.
Well, Catfish, we sure appreciate it, and thank you for that fishing report. And like you said, ladies and gentlemen, that's it's a great charity to get behind. First off, you and I both agree that
it is.
I think alcohol is one of the worst drugs out on the market now.
It is. And you know, a lot of people struggle with it, and I love to see somebody that's stepping up and
especially
and
a church that'll stand up for it. You know, stand up against it, rather. And,
that's right.
You know, hey, anything done in moderation is okay, and you know, I'm not here to tell you how to live your private life, but when you start affecting other people, it's time to do something about it. So, great cause out there, and he's right. The mayfly hatch is kicked in full gear. I'm telling you, there's clouds of these things, and if you know anything about Kentucky Lake, when there's those clouds that will actually block out the sun of mayflies, is a great time to be catfishing on Kentucky Lake. And you will usually find them on good flats where there's a lot of water, or those trees around that the mayflies are hatching in. But you'll usually find 4 or 5, maybe even 10 or 12 catfish right up under that tree. So try them out. And we got Leon. Leon, how can we help you tonight?
I just want to ask if the opinion of the best type of bait to use for brim, shell crackers.
Okay.
I'm a cricket man on that myself if I'm going after brim and shell crackers.
Well,
if I'm going to use live bait.
On bluegill, yeah, bluegill, I'd have to say crickets.
Yeah, definitely crickets.
But I would definitely have to say mealworms have come on this year.
Mealworms have always been good too.
I'm just here to tell you now. Shell cracker like mealworms. They like crickets too. But crickets and mealworms have to be my top two choices.
Yeah.
For bluegill or shell cracker. And mix it up. You know, try crickets for a little bit. If it goes down, and we've seen this. I have seen mealworms to where they quit hitting the mealworms and would hit anything but earthworms. And so you just got to play with them just a little bit, Leon. And but I think you're going to have. This has been an awesome year so far. For everybody that's catching panfish.
Been a lot of good panfish.
A lot of good panfishing going on. So, Leon, you ought to have a great time.
I hope so. Now, thank you a lot.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it. And just everybody right now is having a good time with fishing.
There's a lot of fish getting caught right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen people catching crappie, still some bluegill. Catfish, lots of bass. So.
I got to give a shout out to Brian Carper and Mark Travis. They're both guides on crappie guides on Percy Priest mainly right now. But both of them have done really well with their clients, bringing in nice total crappie. I meant big ones.
A lot of people think, you know, it's over. Crappie have slowed down.
No. They eat just like I do.
There's some good crappie.
Maybe not 3 times a day, but they do eat. And it's crappie fish is good. Bass fishing has been good too. I'm going to give you a little bit of report. Our good friend Jake Davis, that owns Middle Tennessee, one of the Middle Tennessee guides. He's done real well. On Gunnersville has really picked up, and he's still doing good on Timms Ford. So Timms Ford is another, I think, sleeper lake.
One of my favorite lakes. Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you somebody else. Oh, Stacy Nunley, my buddy Stacy Nunley has been sending me pictures. We didn't put them on this week's show. We will have them for next week's show. He gave them to me on Facebook. But Stacy took out a couple of friends of his on Nickajack, and you know, not many people talk about Nickajack, but Nickajack is a sleeper lake.
Yeah.
It is full of huge largemouth, and Stacy Nunley can attest to that little bit of information. But he keeps sending me pictures from Nickajack, and just that's one of them on my list to go to this year. Chickamauga again is on fire. Kentucky Lake is on fire. A lot of shell crackers are being caught at Kentucky Lake. Now, I think it's a little on the downside because not as many numbers are coming in as there was, but it's always a great lake, and something's always biting on Kentucky Lake. That's just too big of water. Yeah. It's got to be
at all times.
At all times.
You can find something. We had some guys the other day send us some pictures of a bunch of really nice bluegill from Center Hill.
That's true.
This guy's been wearing them out.
It was a kid. It was a kid that was doing that. We're going to show that picture next week.
Yeah, it'll be.
But it was a kid that had like 40 or 50.
They've had several messes like that. So, you know.
And by the way, we're getting pictures of you crazies out there noodling. Hey, more power to you. I just can't do it. I love my fingers too much.
I'd love to come watch it sometime.
I'd love to come watch y'all. That's there. But a lot of great pictures coming in with the guys doing, and guys and gals both doing the noodling. We're going to start showing some of those pictures. Actually, we're trying to work a deal out to go with 4 girls on one of the area lakes here in Middle Tennessee. They've invited us to come film them actually doing a team noodling with 4 girls. So we're going to be doing that before long. We look forward to doing that. Hey, we've got to do our tip of the week. Have you got a tip?
I've got a tip of the week. I was kind of wanting to share today.
Okay. Oh yeah, by the way, this is being brought to you by, we got to do that.
This week's tip of the week's been brought to you by Davidson County Farmers Co-op.
Have you seen what all they got going on? They got a sale.
They've got all kind of sales going on. You need to get down there. Any of your leftover food plots you haven't got put in, get your seed, get your minerals, get whatever.
Well,
you
I
need.
don't want to push anything, but they're selling a far out of Yeti coolers.
Yeah. Yeah,
they've
got a big sale display of them up.
Man. So you got to go check them. And they do sell hunting supplies too, by the way.
They do. Yeah. A decent little bit of it,
yes,
actually.
They do. Yes,
you'd be surprised.
Well, what's your tip?
All right, well, here's my tip. Everybody talks all the time. You hear about the rut's November the 5th. Now, my deer were breeding the 5th. My deer were breeding the 15th. No, my deer were breeding the 30th. Well, I was just thinking the other day that I was talking to someone about this, and then we were talking about an article a guy had wrote, and this is my take on finding out when your deer breed. The deer gestation is 200 days. You figure, give or take. So what I like to do with our cameras, when we find a new baby, for example, we had one just a few days ago that was fairly new, back that time up by 200 days. So for example, you had a fawn that was born today, and back that up, that deer was most likely bred on the 27th of November. So if you will take, and as you have your new fawn drop, whenever you get an influx of fawns on your farm, all of a sudden you see 4, 5, 6 fawns, back that time up by 200 days, and that will tell you for a pretty good fact when most of your breeding was going down.
That's a great idea. That's a great tip.
So yeah, you know, just back that up 200 days, it'll let you know. And at our farm, I'm going to tell you, it's usually going to be between the 15th and the 21st of November.
Great
we
tip.
have a big influx right about that time, but you know, it can vary wherever you're at. But no matter where you are, 200 days, I don't care what part of Tennessee you're in, it's going to be about a 200-day gestation.
Well, you know, I'm going to have to get a bunch of my friends because I can only go to 20. They
got Google for that these days.
That's right. Google that. Thank you so much for that tip, and we hope that helps you out. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to have a recipe of the week. Hurry back with more Southern Woods and Waters.